Okay, looks like I got a couple people coming in. I apologize, guys. Hey, Jamie, can you hear me? I hope everything is working. Okay, fantastic. Yay. Oh, it has been a day. I'm just going to say it's just been a day. I ended up having to get a new phone, and it took forever. It would not, none of my apps, nothing would transfer over. It was just a mess. They worked and worked and worked with it, but they did save my photos and things of that nature, so I'm not at a total loss. I am working on a couple things here on Design Space. We got a few minutes. I set it for 7:30 just to give people time to get here. But we'll start whenever a few people roll in. Okay. Let's see. Jamie's here. I'm here. I don't know who else is here. Somebody else is here. I announced it in the chats just now, so maybe we can get some people rolling in here. I really didn't think I was going to make it back this early. I thought it was going to be 8 or 9 o'clock, but I'm going to see if, take that out of there. That's the wrong one. There we are. That's the file that we'll be doing tonight. If anybody comes in, if they don't come in the next few minutes, then we have like 7 minutes before it actually announces that we're live. I'll be right back. I'm going to grab a couple of things, and I'll be right back. Where are they? Okay, I'm back. Hi, Alice. Whew. I had to gather up my winter chicken dinner fries here. Okay, let's see. Got a couple people coming in now. We have about 4 minutes before it actually announces that we're live, I guess. I don't know if it's announced yet or not. I haven't had time to even look at the email and see if I got mine. Let's see. Nope, not there. Haven't gotten it yet. Hey, Sue. I made it. I'm late, but I made it. I had some phone issues. Nothing was working. They still didn't get my apps to transfer, but I saved my photos. That was the main thing, my photos and my contacts. I just couldn't log in because I couldn't remember my password. So I had to use my husband's phone to get Jamie. Always at the most inopportune times. I posted a link to the file that we're going to be doing, but before anybody starts cutting, well, it doesn't matter. You can cut on it if you want to. We can work around. I'm going to tweak that file. Let's see. Oops, cancel. I'm going to go over you guys. Hi, Wanda. You guys can watch me tweak the file because I've got an error in it and I need to fix it. So let me transition over to the project camp note to Design Space. This is the Constantina file. I posted the link. Let me post it again just in case. That's the link. That's the file that we're going to be working on, but I am going to ungroup this and fix it. I wasn't thinking when I done this. I don't know why I wasn't thinking, but I wasn't. I put some little tick marks for the score to help us line up putting the card together, and I put them on the edge instead of in the middle, and that's not really going to help us. So let me get a square, and I believe it was 2 inches, but we had to tweak it to make it fit on an 11.5 inch sheet of paper. So I need to detach. I'm going to make this white so I can see it. There we go. I'm going to arrange and move that to the back. And now I want these little I just want to find my other one. I know it's back there. Let me just arrange and move this backward. There we go. I can't find my... Oh, it's not detached. I did them one at a time. Why did I do them one at a time? Oh well. These are tick marks. Yeah, I like to have those to help line up for this card. It's just going to make it so much easier. And the position of this is 10.083. I just want to move it up. So you guys get to watch me. This is what I sit and do all day, is figure out what I did wrong and correct stuff. This one is at 4301. So I need to bring that back over. 4.301. I'm just lining them back up where I had them. That one's still attached. Arrange, move this back to the back. And where is that tick mark? It's at 10.097. Oh, I can't believe I left that in the same spot. No, I got lucky there. And this one is at 4301 as well. Okay. And attach. And let's put that back to the color. And then if you guys want to cut this file, it will be fixed now. Arrange, move that to the front. Back there. Let me align left, group that back, and save. Yay! Okay, the file is fixed. Hey, Bonnie. We've got a few people in here now, and it's 7:30, so let me hit the record button and get this show on the road. Okay. I apologize that I'm late to everybody. Like I was telling Jamie and them, I had some phone issues, and I got stuck at T-Mobile trying to get everything where I didn't lose everything on my phone. So, new phone, just didn't get all of my apps, but I can reload those. That's not a big issue. But I did get my important stuff. Yeah, Claudia, I did. Because I didn't know. I asked Jamie to let you know that I was canceling because I wasn't sure I could get home. And we made it through traffic, and I did make it home. And it was right at 7 o'clock. So I thought we'll go ahead and do it at 7:30. So we wouldn't be too awfully late. That would give me time to set up. So, again, I apologize. And we are going to put the Constantina card together. If you guys got the file prior to tonight, the only difference is I changed the tick marks on it, and you're going to see why, because I've already cut mine with the tick marks in the wrong place. So, but we're going to do that. But first, we're going to play Winner, Winner, Chicken Dinner, of course. Let me go over to the project camera. I'm not going to go on camera because I am hot, sweaty, and my hair is a mess, and I'm a mess. But Winner, Winner, Chicken Dinner. Tonight's winner is going to get to pick 2 of these die sets, or dies. These are the Anna Griffin confetti dies for shaker cards. And you'll get to pick any of the 2 out of this 6-piece set. I'm going to make this a series, and there's going to be 2 given away over the next 3 weeks. And, of course, you're going to get your $1 Million bar, but I don't have one. I did not make it to the store. Because I was running so late, I just wanted to get home so we could do the live. So, but you're still going to get your $1 Million bar. Hey, Brenda. It has been a while. Winner, Winner, Chicken Dinner. That's what we're going to do on that. Let's go over and ask the question and play. Okay, right now I have my Magnolia Sky font in here, and I put in the word create, and I have used my alignment tool and got them close enough together, and then I ungrouped them to individual letters so that I could put everything like I wanted it. And now I am going to hit Make It. We're not going to pay, oops, we're not going to pay any attention to that right there. But when I hit make it, it's going to send it over to the mat, and it's going to put them all in individual letters. At this point, and do not answer until I do your 3, 2, 1 countdown, I need to know when I send this to the mat, because it's going to separate, do I need to weld or attach this? 3, 2, 1, go. For the word create, do I need to weld or attach? Yay, Brenda! Brenda, you are right. Do you know why, Brenda? Why would I weld it instead of attach? Yep, weld is right. I'm going to see if anybody knows why we would weld it instead of attach. I thought I had everything hidden, but I guess I don't. Let's see. So they stay together, but the reason we want them to stay together, okay, I don't know why my design space is not sending it over. Making it saying it's too big. Everything is hidden except this, and it's only 2 inches. Let me change it to white, and I can show you here why. If it will show me. Yep, there we go. All right, you see where all of these letters are touching? When I go, if I just attach these guys, you still see attached? How this is still into the next letter? That's exactly how it's going to cut. It is going to cut this R out of the E and the A out of the T, all the way down the line. That's going to happen. The T out of this E, that's going to happen all the way. But if I weld those letters, it makes it one continuous cut line, and it will not cut out of the other. So that's the reason why you want to weld. But now if I save this and go out, I can't make changes to this word. Okay, and it's just a word. To me, that doesn't matter. But you always want to duplicate and hide a copy so that you can make changes to it if you need to. If you have a bunch of words or names or something like that in a project, you'll want to make a copy and hide that, duplicate it and hide it. That way you can go back and make changes, because you can't do it once you weld. You can undo as long as you're still in the project and get it back. But you can't once you close out and come back. So I believe Brenda is a Patreon. So I have your address, Brenda, and I will just let me know which 2 of these dies that you want. Let me transition back over. We have circles. We have stars. We have rabbits and eggs. We have 2 different sizes of butterflies on one thing. The same with the hearts. And then we have the clovers and flowers. So you let me know which 2 of those you want, and I will get those out in the mail with your $1 million bar. All right. And now the Constantina card. Again, I gave you guys the file. I pasted it in there. Some of you have joined since, and it's also in the show more of the description. It is file number, let's see, 959-45964. And I was putting together a file, and Sue had asked me about this card, and she had a file, and she shared it with me. So I just took her file, and we tweaked it a little bit and came up with a new file. I kind of welded a couple of pieces together and added some tick marks and things of that nature just to help us make it easier to put the card together. Hearts and bunnies, Brenda? Okay, I got you, and I'll get those out to you. So, let's go ahead and get started putting this together. Now, I've got a couple of my pieces hidden because I have writing on them because there could be somebody watching that's going to be getting this card. So, I won't be putting these 4 pieces on, but you guys will. And I'll tell you when we get there. This is a thank you card. I cut mine out of the Cricut paper. Let me see which one that was. I believe this is the Natalie Milan, the watercolor one. It has the red. We've used this one before, and I will place a link in the description below here after we do the live. But you're going to have 4 strips that look like this. You're going to have 1 large piece and 2 smaller. And I did a solid so that you could write sentiments on one. If you wanted to write on this section, you could. And then this one is going to be on the inside of the card. So you're just going to sandwich those together with your bigger piece in the middle. And just for time purposes, I don't know, maybe my glue might act up on me today because it's almost empty. I need to refill my bottle. There we go. I had issues with the tip. I had to soak it. And it's still soaking because I didn't get home to set up in time. But this one has some tick marks on it. So they need to go to the bottom. Make sure your tick marks are on the bottom. And don't do your bottom panel that you would write on until after you've done the rest of your card. And you're going to see why. So I'm just going to let that dry a little bit. And I've got my tick marks, but I'm not going to be able to see mine. But I fixed that in the file. And that's why. If you guys can see, they're on the edge. But when we fold these papers, they're supposed to help us line up because there's a tick mark on these two. But you cover it up. I don't know what I was thinking when I did that. But I have moved them to the center so that you can line up and be able to see. And it's going to make the card easier to put together for you. And it's a pretty easy card and it's cute. I like it. But you're going to start with your strips and it's going to be on one end, it's a mountain fold, then a valley, mountain, valley, or accordion, whatever you want to call it. But you're going to have, I believe, 3 mountains and 2 valleys. Like so. And you're going to fold all 4 of those strips. Bonnie is still here? Okay. Glad you're with us, Bonnie. You may have to log back into YouTube, Bonnie. That might be what the issue is. Does anybody have design space questions while we're folding these? I would have pre-folded them, but I didn't make it home. But you're going to do this with all 4 of these pieces. Now, I added little flowers to mine for embellishing. You can add anything you want. You can add butterflies. You can add a ton of things. I have already mailed out the one that I completed already, but I had posted a picture of it in the groups last week, stating that we were going to do this on the live this week. So some of you may have seen it. It was with the teal color. So now you have these 4. And if you want, you can put your panels on first. I didn't. I didn't do it on my other one. But you can. It's up to you. And I'm actually, because I didn't put my tick marks in the right place, I'm going to use tape on this one for the time being in case I need to get that first one back off. But you're just going to line this up in the middle. And like I said, the file's corrected. You have a score mark or a tick mark, whatever you want to call it here, and one here. And that way you're just going to line up those scores and you'll know that you have it in the middle. And on this one, I'm just going to be guesstimating to get that first one going. And you're going to put all 4 of these on, and then you're going to put on that other panel. Okay. This is going to make some really cute cards. I can't wait to see what you guys do with it. It's really popular right now. It's a cute little pop-up. This would be something cute for kids to do as well at Vacation Bible School. They could do some nice little cards with that. I hope these are even. It looks even to me. I don't know. Maybe. I'm going to throw a little bit of glue. That was stuck pretty good with the tape. So once you have those on, then if you made a sentiment on this one, I did not, you're going to glue it over this base. And this is the green, I think the light green Cricut cardstock. And then I used their, I think it's called leaf green or something like that. I don't have all of my stuff laying here like I'd planned. And I will put another link in there. There's a dimensional envelope for this too, guys. So you will have an envelope. And this is the top of the card. You can put your sentiments down here. And you can also, I have one of my flowers under my maker there. I also wrote little sentiments on my top panels with the Cricut. So you can write on the panels too, if you want to do that. How to write the images so that they can be colored with markers. It won't color it in, Kathy, but you can make just about any image draw or write. Let me switch over here and show you. Let me get a new project here. And we'll go over to Design Space. Right, all I'm going to be doing, and I will stop and show you one. I will be working on this while I'm explaining. But I'm just going to be gluing this dark panel and then my decorative panels. And I'm doing mine 2 different ways, so I'll show you that, guys, but that's what we're doing on this card at this point. And let's go over and answer Kathy's question. Mainly so that you can cut it. Okay, Kathy. Let's see if I can think of an image here. Yeah, you want to cut it out like a die. But you want it to write. I'm just going to select these leaves here and see if this is one that will do it. Okay, so we have these. Let's ungroup them. And they have a layer. Okay. So basically, if you're just wanting it to draw around the outside and then cut it, what you can do here is this will stack up here on these. Did I move that? I guess I did. Yeah, they're the same size. Okay. Let me think. So what I would do on this one, because this is going to print whatever or cut whatever shape that you do it. But what you'll do is this top layer, because it's layered, you can come over here on the top layer and you can change it to right. Okay. Let's get all of them. Change all of these to right. And now all of these are set to right. Now if you want them to be done in a specific color, of course you're going to need to choose whatever color you want them to write. I'm just going to change it to green. And that way it'll tell you what pen to insert. I'm going to leave that one black, but you can see that I am putting all of these and lining them up, lining it back up. And then just like writing on a card, you're going to attach. So if I made this white, white doesn't print a color, now you can go in and color that any color you want, and it's cut it out just like a die. Is that what you were asking? Of course, you can stretch that back piece too just slightly so that it sits on top if you want it to look more like a stamped, and skew it a little bit. But that's what you can do. You can, if you have layers, now you can make all the layers right if you want to, and then put it on a square card as well so that you can do it in two different colors. Let's see. Did I select the right one? There we go. Let's make that one right. And let's say we want this in a green. Of course, you've got your pens. I usually just set mine to black, but when you send them over, if you're doing a bunch of colors, like with Copic markers or something of that nature, I would leave all of this black like a stamped image, and then I would use my markers to color it with. So then I could have this right, I can just attach them, and it'll write the outside. I can skew it a little bit, do that, and then you can attach it to your card base. So it's going to draw that image. And you can make just about any image in Design Space draw on your card. You're just going to flatten it to a card like you would writing or a sentiment or anything of that nature. Let's see. Let me insert a couple of them here and see. And like this one, we can come over here to this image where it's cut. This is a layered. We can change these to right. And then this is going to write on the card, and then you can go in and color that anything that you want it to be. Let me change this, because now it's just going to do the outline like so. Now if you want it to cut around that too, you can duplicate that and then just change that layer to cut, I believe. The back layer would be the one that we do to cut. Make it whatever color you wanted. Now you have the draw layer attached to the top, and then it's going to cut it out as well. Of course, you need to skew it. You need to, if you want that layer around it. Your best bet is if you have Shortcuts a Lot 4, you can take your image and bring it in with a shadow layer. Let me see if I have one that I've done. Let me clear this out and show you that one. Let's go to Uploaded. Let's see. You find a name. I know I have one with a shadow layer in here somewhere. Is that one? No. Ah, here we go. If you Oops. Thank you, Jamie. Let me go over and switch that. It should have been set to public. Hi, Catherine. It should be fixed now, Jamie. I just fixed it. I apologize, guys. I didn't realize that it was still on there from the Patreon's video. Okay, if you have something where you have a shadow layer like this, Kathy, with Escal, if you can take your image and make, we're just going to pretend this is a puppy. I know it's not a puppy, but we're just going to pretend. You can ungroup your layer. And this would be your layer that you change to right. And of course, it's going to follow the outside cut lines, okay? And then, let's get rid of that layer. Place it on the top here and attach. So now it's going to write on the top of this, then cut it out, and then you can color this in any way that you want. Bonnie, it's not your fault. I have had one of those days. We're getting back on schedule, but it's just been one of those days. But that's how you do this to make it look like a die. Shadow layer is best if you have an image that has a shadow layer. That way you can change the top layer to right, and you can do it in different colors. You can skew them, things of that nature, and then have your shadow layer as your cut layer. And then you can take your Copics or whatever and color those in. Did that answer the question for you, Kathy, or were you meaning something different? And I am not going to make you guys sit through all of these, of putting all of these panels on, because there are 20 of them, I believe. With the decorative panels, there's actually 40. So I'm just going to put some on to show you how it's supposed to go on all 4 sides. And then we're going to put the rest of it together, and then I will finish the card later and post a photo. Okay, great, Kathy. I thought that's what you meant, but yeah, that's going to be your easiest way to do that. I like Escal. A lot of people do have the Brother Scan and Cut where they stamp their stamps and then cut them out and then they color them. I sold mine because I just didn't use it enough. Because I can stamp my image. This is another way of doing it. If you have stamps, Kathy, stamp your image on white paper and scan it. Upload it to Design Space. Clean it up like you would any other PNG. And then you have, well, you can upload it once or twice. But then you can change the size of it in Design Space. Have one right and have the other one as your image that you stretch. Or you can take it into Escal and do it. But if you have a scanner, you can scan your stamp and do the same thing. Yay! Welcome back, Sue. So you're going to put your panels on all 4 sides. And then, like I said, I have some that say thank you. And so I am going to put that one here. Because I'm having... The way I'm doing mine is it's going to say thank you on this one. And then there is also going to be one down here that has somebody's name on it. And then I altered it on the others. So the one in the middle would have the name and the bottom one would say thank you. And I did that all the way around. So no matter if they hang this card up, they can see it from all angles, and it says the same thing on all 4 sides. That's why I didn't put a sentiment on the bottom piece of mine, but you guys can do these cards any way you want. There are so many possibilities with this card. Okay, then, like I said, I cut flowers for mine, and I am going to layer those up. See, that will be in red. And don't pay attention, like I said, to mine, because I don't want to put the name on there because they could be watching, but a name is going to go right here, and it will be in the red as well. So you're going to put all your panels on all four sides, and then whatever you chose for your decorative piece, I am doing a flower on mine. So I think I'm going to layer mine up this way. I like this way better. So I'm just going to, and I will curl my flowers too, but I'm not doing it right now. I can still curl it after I glue it down. And of course you can put the rhinestones or some enamel dots or Nouveau drops in the center of the flower, which I will do with this one as well. So once you have all four of these done, you're going to have some circle pieces like this, and then you're going to have a crisscross piece like this. Okay, I think those are all my pieces, if I'm not mistaken. We're just going to pretend that I've put all the others on already. Once you have those on, again, I have tick marks on these just to help you center up, and there's a little tick mark on the end of these. But you're going to fold all four of your sides in, and this is where it gets a little bit tricky, guys. You want to hold all four of these down once they're decorated, like this. And then you're going to place this piece under just the first one, just under the first flap. Kind of get it centered up. That looks good to me. So I'm just going to hold it. I'm going to fold this back, and just on the top of the crisscross piece, I'm going to glue that down on all four sides without moving it, so it stays. I knew I might run out of glue. I need to refill. And this is what's creating the pop-up portion of this card. Yay, it's popping up already. You guys can see. I'm going to give that a second to dry. I am missing, there it is. I was fixing to say I was missing a circle. Now you've got one circle that has no hole in it. You want to set that one to the side, and then you have three with holes. And this is just to layer it up to make it pretty. And I think I'm going to do the red up on this one. I'm going to let that dry for a second, and then we're going to just around the inside here. Got a little bit further. You're going to line those holes up with this on the top. Like so. Now we need ribbon. Let's see. I'm probably going to change this ribbon out, but it will do for the time being. If I can get it open. Did anybody else have any Design Space questions? Yeah, it went together pretty easy, Bonnie. I was surprised too. I have another box coming for you guys too, and you can make it with chipboard or with some of the craft boards. This is probably a little long. I don't know, it matches pretty good. This is where you can decide if you want a bow or you want just a loop, whatever you want. But this is going to be what you use to hang this card with. And I think I'm just going to tie a loop knot here. And then you're just going to thread the tails through here. Well, maybe if I cut them off at a point, that would help. I don't have so much to work with. Just thread them through and pull it through on the underneath side. I'm going to pull that knot back up. You don't want your knot down there at the bottom. But I'm just going to flip it over. I don't know if you can see in there. And I'm going to kind of trim it off just slightly so that it's the same width as my circle and not sticking out. Don't need much. And then I am just going to glue this solid circle over that to sandwich it in between. If you can see that, I just have it right there on that, and I'm just going to sandwich it in. And if anybody has a better or a different hanger method, share with us. There's always room for improvement on everything. And then you're just going to make sure that your circle lines up and it's not hanging. You don't want it skewed off at the top. You want it to be in line with the rest of it. Make sure it seals up good. And then, like I said, I will give you guys the dimensional envelope with it. But that is your Constantina card. Constantina. How cute would that be hanging up with a little candle or something in there? One of the little tea lights. Not the real ones. I'm talking about the battery operated. It's cute. But that's all there is, guys, to completing that card. Oh, you did yours without a knot, Sue? Yeah, you could do it that way, too. I kind of like the knot at the top. I don't know why. But it's, like I said, I haven't finished decorating mine, but that's just repetitiveness. So, but that's the way this card goes together, guys. It's super simple, super easy. Thank you, Sue, again for the file. It saved me a ton of work. Thank you, Bonnie, for helping me test it. And I appreciate you guys being patient with me being late tonight. I thank you so much. Okay, does anybody have any other design space questions or anything of that nature? Any questions about materials, anything? Everybody good? If you think of something and you forgot to ask, please head to the groups. Make sure you give me a thumbs up on the video. You guys subscribe if you're not subscribed so you get notifications when things like this happen. And thank you again to my moderators, Sue, Catherine, Jamie. Much appreciated. Much, much, much appreciated. Oh, and I did cut some little hearts, but these are for my envelope. I have a dimensional envelope, and I'll post that in the description as well. Let me pull it up and go ahead and give it to you guys that are here so you will have it. Yep, that's it right there. This is a 6.5 by 6.5 card. And it is design 959-60254. And that is size to fit this card. And it does fit. I tested it because, like I said, I already mailed one out. So this card does fit in there. It fits in there perfectly. And it doesn't crush it. So if you want to have a bow on the top of the card instead of just the loop, it won't crush it. So, but again, that was 959-60254. And I will put it in the description on the video. As a matter of fact, I'm doing that right now, so it should be there. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you joining me. You guys have a wonderful week. If you have any questions, let me know. We will go live at 7 o'clock next Monday. Hopefully nothing will go wrong between now and then. And I will see you guys in the groups. Till then. Y'all have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.